cards right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live. I know you guys are so used to me being on the camera, but guess what? I'm not doing that today because what I want to share with you is coping with the new norm, building a business, and how to adjust to the new business dynamic by incorporating Forex to your day-to-day lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot emphasize how important it is for you to learn the foreign exchange market. People have gone as far as saying that Forex itself is a scam. And it's so unfortunate that people revert to the word scam opposed to learning how to do something. A lot of times when people don't understand how to do things, instead of learning it, they'd rather commit to something being a scam or a falsehood or something like that, not realizing that without Forex, there is absolutely, positively no way in God's green earth that you'd be able to do anything. And when I say anything, I'm talking about travel to another country. I'm talking about being able to fluctuate throughout the market by putting yourself out there and purchasing things in different countries and things of that nature. So when people say that Forex is a scam, you need to understand that a lot of times people are very, very afraid. And instead of saying, I'm not sure what I'm doing, or I don't know what I'm doing, they'd rather say that S word. So what we're going to do today is just go through a little bit about Forex, what Forex is, and why you need to have your behind in Forex. Plain and simple. I can't say it any simpler than that. It's to the point now where, you know, if you're not part of the foreign exchange market, you are truly, truly missing out. So I'm just going to share a really, really quick screen share with you guys. Right now, this is what a lot of households look like. Right? Let's be real. A lot of our households look just like this. A lot of our households are upside down. A lot of our households are truly not stable. And because they're not stable, people are having a hard time making ends meet. People are having a hard time getting it out there and being able to either find a house, or these are people asking me about questions. I'm going to answer all those questions for you, I promise. So this is what happens when we have an economy that's upside down. Is it a situation where the Dow Jones and all of that looks good? Absolutely. But then there's also a situation where you have to understand that most people, most Americans right now are not enjoying what's happening in the world. So what we're going to cover really quick today, and like I said, I'm doing this kind of fast because I want to make sure that people understand what we're doing. What are multiple streams of income? How do you build a business? What does communication mean? And how does public relations all play a part? Well, first off, multiple streams of income is important because you cannot determine and or dictate what your salaries are going to be. But you can dictate what your income is going to be. And the reason why is because what you bring into your household based on your talent and based on the things that you are involved in will determine how much income you have coming into your house. You can't go to your boss and say, hey, Bob, I decide that I'm worth more than $85,000 a year, and I'm going to give myself a $200,000 raise. It doesn't work like that. Also, when building a business, you have to be steadfast and immovable. There are going to be people who are going to claim that what you do is a scam. People are going to say it's a pyramid scheme. And the funny thing about it is they have no idea what those words mean. They throw it around because it's cliche. They throw it around because it sounds sexy. And they're not understanding that what they're doing and saying is actually catastrophic to their own success, because the ultimate pyramid scheme looks like the founder of a company, the CEOs, the presidents, the vice presidents, the managers, the supervisors, and then you. Do you, as the bottom employee or even vice president, have an opportunity of ever owning that company? The answer is a heck no, a resounding no. You will never be the owner of McDonald's. You can own a McDonald's, but you still have to do what corporate says. You will never be the Burger King. You will never be Wendy. You will never be Chipotle. You'll never be any of that. At best, you may be able to have a chain, a franchise, or your own restaurant. But at the end of the day, you will not be the owner of that brand. Communication. How do you successfully talk about your apprehension and your fears? Again, the number one way that people try to describe things, they say is a scam, not understanding that the word scam is absolutely, positively the far-fetched way of describing Forex. Okay, and public relations, a lot of lawyers' offices are doing an amazing job doing that for us because they're showing how public relations work with Forex. So I'm from Jamaica, Queens, New York. I went to Del State, Grand Canyon. Mom of three. I'm an educator, a Forex trader, lifestyle coach, business coach. I'm also with Famasi, and I'm an author of 3 books, soon to be 4. One of the books that I wrote is called Prerequisite to Adulting, and congratulations, you just lost your job. And although each one of those books are 6 years apart, they all talk about the same thing. And how do you get out of the rat race, quit the 40-40-40-40 club, which means that you work for a job for 40 years, right? Minimum, because now they're increasing the retirement age. So you work for 40 years or more, for 40 weeks or more out the year, for 40 hours or more out the week, to only get less than 40% of your pay. What part of that makes sense? And the answer is none of it. So now, when you look at what's going on, most opportunities that are out there right now are virtual. Most of us educators, most of us project managers, people who work right now are able to work from home. And those that are working in person is not the same. So how do you protect yourself? How do you stay abreast of what's happening with COVID? And what does work from home look like? Well, for some people, it's different things. A lot of people feel micromanaged. A lot of people feel defeated. But most of all, you have an opportunity to do this opportunity of Forex at home. You have the opportunity to maximize on a chance of a lifetime and to get this thing going. So here's what your income can look like. You notice that we have different currencies, right? We notice that we have currencies from Asia, we have currencies from Mexico, and of course, the United States. You are entitled to trading on the foreign exchange market. Plain and simple. If you contact a bank, a lawyer's office, a hedge fund, or a corporation, they will tell you that Forex is absolutely necessary. Now, the way that we've been spending money over the last 6 months is super crazy, right? Cash is not available. People are saying that they need coins, and how do you get, where do coins go, right? Blockchain is the way to go, and Forex cryptocurrency is really taking the market by storm. People who were reluctant to learn about Forex missed out on the biggest advance on Bitcoin and gold ever in history. $2,004 in gold and over $15,000 and in some Bitcoins, $156,000 was maximized simply by people understanding what it is and not looking at the S word. We notice that right now everybody's paying for everything with Cash App and Venmo and Zelle and other electronic payment systems. And at the end of the day, the reason why that's happening is because everybody is moving towards a global payment system that consists of blockchain, aka electronic payments, crypto, Bitcoin, and of course, Forex. So working from home, people are in control of your incomes and not your salaries. You don't have to worry about pay cuts because right now people are being forced to retire. I can't tell you how many teachers I am friends with, my colleagues who are telling me that they got that RTF letter and that's forced to retire. And they didn't know what to do. And what happens when the federal lifts are ending, right? The coronavirus economic impact is truly a double-ended sword because while you have it is good, but when it's gone, it is gone. So if you cannot take out 10% for investments in retirement or more, this is the minimum. If you can't pay yourself first, then tithe, give to the community, save your money, pay your bills, and then have money left over, you may need to consider adding a stream of income to your household. Generate your own money. Plain and simple. So how do you determine your streams of income? What fits your personality? What kind of income are you looking to replace and or enhance? Do you have the drive and dedication to do what you need to do? And do you have what's needed for the job? Do you need an LLC, nonprofit, or sole proprietorship? And how do you obtain grants? I could tell you right now that selling commodities and trading and buying and selling, you don't need any of that. You just need drive, determination, and be able to be coachable, teachable, and learn how to make money. So here's the biggest question, okay? Everybody wants to know this, guys, and I'm gonna let you feast on this for a second. Everybody is asking the same exact question across the land. Is Tradera a scam? Or is it legit? I will tell you with a resounding heck yes, Tradera is not a scam. It is very, 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 very legit. People's lives, zip codes, mindsets, area codes, and bank statements have changed tremendously because of Tradera. A lot of people have experienced financial independence that they've never seen in their life before. We had Dominique Barbie who said, there was times that my tracks were hanging out my head because I couldn't afford to get a sew-in, or I didn't have the money for the glue. My husband had a busted bandana, right? And then now they are millionaires because they learned how to trade on a foreign exchange market. You have Selena Action Jackson, who said that she was the first and 15th of the month woman and waiting for her child support to come. And now she's looking at $50,000 plus a year because of what? Her trading. The same thing with Coach Max. The same thing with Ryan Fairhurst. The same thing with dozens of other people who said yes. And instead of worrying about what other people think and what other people say, they took a chance and realized and recognized that this opportunity by no fetch of the imagination is a scam, but this opportunity has changed their life in such an amazing way that they cannot even imagine. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to Giambrione Law, okay? Giambrione Law. Is Forex a scam? The Forex market is a legitimate trading market. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Legitimate trading market where the world's currencies are traded. It is not a scam in itself. And without Forex market, it will be difficult to trade on currencies needed to buy imports, sell exports, to go on holidays and or vacations and do cross-border business. People, this is from a law firm. Okay, and you can't get any more legit than that. A law firm literally had to go on record and state that Forex is not a scam. And it's sad that it got there because just like the dollar brownstones in Manhattan, a lot of people are so reluctant and have been so battered, bruised, and so pessimistic that they do not believe that anything that looks good or that can be, attainable is true. So people refuse to learn because it's easier to say that something is a scam opposed to learning it. Now, I want to share this with you. And this part blew my mind, okay? Harvard University. Harvard is one of the most prestigious universities out there, okay? Harvard University got the wind that people were breaking their neck to learn Forex. They learned that people wanted to understand what alternate investments are, aka trading commodities, trading stocks, trading indices, trading Forex, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency. And they got to the point where Harvard University says, grow the value of your portfolio with alternative investments. And it starts October 21st until November 25th. But dig this, they charge $1,600 for a 5-week self-paced course where you invest 5 to 7 hours per week to learn the bare minimum. Guys, why would Harvard University put themselves on a line if Forex was not true? Okay. And I know that a lot of you may have tried to get into Harvard University and they said no. So maybe this still isn't enough proof. But at the end of the day, it's COVID cash. It's easy to join. It's great money. We're looking to build empires internationally, and you're invited. Anybody across the globe can do this. It's earned income. You can pay off debt. You could travel the world, live a stress-free life, even in a bankrupt economy, recession and quarantine included. Most millionaires were birthed out of quarantines because people are looking at the mother of necessity, which is inventions, right? The mother of necessity are inventions. And people realize that they can do this. And like I said, Harvard caught wind that people were talking about Forex, and now they charge $1,600 for a 5-week course. Let's look into it. Was actually a 4-week course. So now Harvard University charges $400 a week to learn basic Forex skills. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why we need to trust each other when it comes to these things. Okay, because now people are like, well, I don't want to spend $99 to learn how to trade on the foreign exchange market. Well, now Harvard University is charging you $400 a week. How about those apples? So what exactly is Forex? Forex is the arena where nations' currencies are exchanged from one another. The largest financial industry in the world, over $4 trillion daily, is actually $6 trillion. There's no physical location and no central exchange, and it's open 5 days a week for 24 hours a day. This is why it's so important to learn this, because when the stock market crashes, it doesn't matter, because when the stock market is down, we purchase and sell high. When the stock market is up, we hold on to it and wait till it drops, and then we do it all over again. So you buy low and sell high. It's just a basic concept. The same way if you go to a wholesale store and buy something for $1, you sell it for $3. Forex is the same exact thing. The only difference is you're doing it with foreign currencies. The other thing that you learn is how to trade these 4 amazing commodities: energy, metals, livestock, meats, and agriculture. Did you know that you can learn how to trade gasoline, right? Natural gasoline, heating oil, and crude oil. You can trade on gold, silver, platinum, and copper. We always talking about we living our lives like it's golden, and we talking about platinum this and platinum that, but are you investing in it? Right? You can trade lean hogs and pork bellies. You can trade live cattle and feeder cattle. Make money off of that. Gold hit $2,004 per unit, per pip, and people couldn't believe it. Agriculture, corn, soybeans, wheat, rice, cocoa, coffee, cotton, and sugar. You've all indulged in any of those 7 to 8 items. Why not make money off of it and stop playing? So at the end of the day, stop waiting for government issued checks. Those stimulus checks, they are only a Band-Aid for the meantime. And the minute those checks are gone, the minute you can't get an SBA loan or grant, the minute that you can't get the money that you're trying to get, what ends up happening? You fall into a deeper despair. But when you join us, we're looking for self-starters, that people who are coachable, people who are teachable, people who are open to new ideas and absolutely love or can navigate social media. So if $500 to $5,000 can do anything for you at this time, you need to click the link and join a freshman class of 6-figure earners, period. There's no other way around it. Now, I do not rock with Robert Kiyosaki after he said those disrespectful things on Twitter. But this man is basically telling you just how amazing the foreign exchange market is. Every 90 years is a giant stock market crash followed by a depression. 90 years ago was 1929, followed by the Great Depression, lasting 25 years to 1954. Is history going to repeat itself? Employees will lose jobs, smart entrepreneurs will get rich. Now, again, I don't really rock with Robert Kiyosaki like that after he made those horrible, horrible claims about people who are demanding justice for those who are getting harmed. But at the end of the day, stop saving your money and invest. Cash is trash, and he's 1,000% right with that. Okay? The bank is using your money to trade on the foreign exchange market. I don't know what else you need to hear in order to understand that. Your bank, Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, Santander, TD Bank, US Bank, mom and pop bank, any bank and credit union that has millions of dollars in there with the FDIC insurance, They are using your coins and they are trading on the foreign exchange market. So what I said was, sorry, chump, Bitcoin as well as Forex has been made accessible to all, including the quote unquote poor. And we made sure of that. Thousands of families from these quote unquote poor areas are learning wealth and maximizing blockchain. Okay, people are making real money and getting real results. Stop listening to the naysayer. You know, if you keep hanging around people with poor mindsets and poverty mindsets, you're going to join them. Right? There have been so many people who said, oh my God, Forex is a scam. But then when they find out that their bank is doing it and they find out that their best friends are doing it and making money, you missed a wave already. You missed a wave already. Right? So what we're asking you is to discover a stimulus cash system that works today. Okay. So many people around the world has already unlocked the code to wealth, and you will too. And if you've ever watched people earn lots of money and can't figure out why, that's the reason why, because you're so busy trying to piecemeal and find out if something is real that you're messing around and messing up and missing out on opportunities. So I'll end it with this. If you have any questions, contact me. The forexprosinternational.com. We are more than happy to share with you and teach you whatever you need to learn in order to not only be successful with Forex, but to learn what Forex is and how it fits into your lifestyle and the things that you can do once you learn the foreign exchange market. So guys, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. If you missed any of this presentation, please make sure you go back to the beginning so you can find out. And if you want to go ahead and join us, stop playing around and get on board. Too many people are making real money while you're sitting back and watching. And then instead of saying, I don't understand it, you'd rather say it's a scam. Instead of learning it, you want to take the easy way out. And then you go to such and such hood and such trade and such app and such pile. And instead of saying, let me learn the right way, eliminate these middlemen and go straight to the broker, the same exact brokers that they are using, guys. Don't get it twisted. If they're going to Trader's Way, guess what? You can go directly to Trader's Way and lose the middleman. But you've got to know what you're doing, and you've got to be ready to get to know to do it. So my name is LaShawn R. Shelton. If you have any questions, please go to the Forex Pros International, fill out the information, get started today, not tomorrow, not next week, not the week thereafter. Because again, there's opportunity for you to make COVID cash, make money now. Stop waiting for these government handouts. Stop waiting for people to say, I'm going to give you this stimulus check and I'm going to give you this SBA loan. You know how many people went to jail because that's SBA loan? Because now they're fine tuning it because they realize that too many people in certain neighborhoods got them. Ladies and gentlemen, some things aren't meant for everybody. But I will tell you this. Forex is meant for everyone. And if you have an opportunity to learn what it is and stop listening to the poor mindset, I can promise you, you will be successful. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care for now. And there's a website, Forex Pros International. Learn more about it and have a great day. Bye-bye.